Alrighty, you guys, so this is 7.3. We're going to be converting within measurement systems, and that's our standard objective that you will be able to convert within measurement systems. There are different ways to do that. Before we get to that, we're going to go over our vocabulary word, which is conversion factor, which is basically a ratio that you're going to be using to compare two equivalent measurements. So, for instance, there are 4 quarts in a gallon, there are 3 feet in a yard, there are 12 inches in a foot. So those are your conversion factors, okay? Using a model, I'm going to quickly go over this one, but if you want to look a little deeper, you can look in your book on page 105. So this is a little model that tells you that there are 3 feet in every yard, okay? So for instance, when I say, okay, 1 yard, how many feet is that? Okay, well, this 1 yard right here is going to be 1, 2, 3 feet, right? What about if I want to say I have 9 feet, how many yards is that? That's going to be 9 yards. 3 yards. So 3 yards equals 9 feet, okay? So that's basically what it is using the model. Now using ratios and proportions, okay? So for instance, if I want to convert without using my model, and I want to say, okay, I have 12 feet. How many yards is that, right? So I'm going to say, okay, feet right here. So I'm going to match it. And for every 3 feet, there's 1 yard, right? So I'm going to say, what did I do to the 3 to make it to 12? I multiply by 4. And what I do to top, I do to bottom. So that's going to give me 4 yards. So this is 4 yards, okay? Next one right here, if I'm saying, the human brain weighs about 3 pounds, okay? What's the weight in ounces? So I'm going to say I'm going to have to do the proportion, and I'm going to match my pounds, right? And for every pound, there are 16 ounces. So what did I do to the 1 to make it to 3? I multiply by 3. What I do to top, I do to bottom. So it's going to give me 48 ounces, okay? So human brain is about 48 ounces, okay? And last one right here, I'm going to say, the moderate amount of daily sodium consumption is 2,000 milligrams, okay? That should say mg, I'm sorry. So milligrams, and I want to get that into grams, okay? So there's 2,000 milligrams consumption of salt on a daily basis. I want to get that to grams. Now, I know that 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, okay? So I multiply basically by 1,000, but I'm going this way, right? So I actually divide it by 1,000. So I want to get right here. So then when I divide by 1,000, I end up with 2. So then 2 milligrams is basically 2 grams, okay? So here we go. Now we're going to get to using conversion factors. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the factor, and you're going to use the given unit on the bottom. So in this case, I'm giving gallons. I'm going to write gallons right here. Okay. Now I am wanting to change to quarts. Okay. So for every 1 gallon, there are 4 quarts. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply straight across. Now when I multiply straight across, I'm going to say 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. And because I have gallons basically over gallons right here, this cancels out, okay? So I end up with 8 quarts, okay? Right here, I'm wanting to change kilograms into milligrams. Now, this one we have to be a little careful because on your steps, your kilograms is right here, right? And milligrams all the way over here. And every step you take, remember, you have to multiply by 10, okay? So look at the steps that you take, but I'm going to do it in 2 different manners, okay? So in this case, I'm going to go from from kilograms to grams and then to milligrams. So I know that they are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram, right? So again, this is going to cancel out. And then I end up with, remember when I multiply by any base of 10, I'm going to multiply decimal that many places to the right. So I end up with 1, 2, 3. So I end up with 1,250 grams. But I want to change that to milligrams, okay? So I know that there is, so there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. So this is going to cancel out. And then remember, I'm going to move my decimal 3 times to the right. So I end up with that, okay? So 1,250,000 milligrams, okay? Now, do I have to do it in 2 steps? No. What you can do is you can tell that from kilograms to milligrams, there are 6 steps that you take. So basically 10 times 10 times 10, 6 times, which is going to give you 1,000,000. So then I can say 1.25 kilograms times 1 million milligrams. That cancels out, and then I move my decimal place 6 times, I'm sorry, to the right. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I basically end up with the same number. Okay? Alrighty. God bless you. Bye.